The market in West Africa doing pretty well for the most part. The BRVM index up 1.8%. The Ghana GSC index also higher yesterday, extending that yesterday gain to over 21% now. But in Nigeria, we did see the market fall back a little bit, mainly because of the profit taking we've been seeing recently. And let's cross to Idris Toriola at Stanbic IBTC to give us his thoughts on why we're seeing so much profit taking. Idris, it's great to have you on our show. And let's start with that point. Your thoughts on the consistency of profit taking we're seeing these days. Many people will say that the valuations are pretty rich for a number of companies, so it's about time they begin to come down.
Yeah, looking at the market was down 25 basis points. We saw a drop in volume and value yesterday by over 20%. Well, this can be linked to profit taking in the market. Looking at where the market was coming from last year to this year, we've seen a tremendous rise in the ASI, over 20%. So I believe investors who have entered the market at cheap prices are actually taking back some of their profits and not just exposing themselves and losing out all their money. So we can see a bit of profit taking in the market right now. Though we still see some interest in the market. Looking at the sub-indices in the market yesterday, all market sub-indices were down apart from the banking sub-index. It shows that there's still interest and we still see volume going through the market. So we see interest, but at lower levels. People are willing to buy and they are cautious of their entry point, and they also have their take profit levels. That's what we've just seen in the market so far.
Okay, so important point you're making there. People are still interested in this market, but they are looking to buy at lower levels. So with that background, where do you see the market trading over the rest of this week?
Well, for the rest of this week, I see the market trading flat at the end of the week. We've seen the market drop yesterday. We might see some further profit taking till midweek, and a resurgence of the bull run will come back to the market.
Can you share your thoughts on Dangote Cement? That stock rising to an all-time high of 160 naira per share recently. It was steady at that level yesterday. What's the sentiment for that stock going forward in your view?
Well, if you look at Dangote Cement in the cement sector, it seems to be a market leader, and there's a lot of prospect for the cement industry with a lot of constructions going on in Nigeria. So expected that the demand for cement will definitely continue to grow, as we've always seen. And looking at Dangote Cement, it's been included as one of the market-making stocks by the NSE and increasing the trading bandwidth to 10%. These are also actually up the stock, and you can see that just 10,000 units is able to change the price. And looking at the stock as a whole, we've seen tremendous demand in it, with volumes going through in Dangote Cement over a couple of weeks back. So I still see investors' interest, and I see the stock still rallying higher than where it is now. As it is, we've seen it at 160 as its year high, but I still see it going further high.
It certainly sounds like one of those must-have in your portfolio, like we've seen with the sentiment for the companies like Nestle, Nigerian breweries. Even though some people are saying that the valuations are pretty rich, we continue to see them stay at relatively stable at those high valuations. But a final point for me will be on Unilever, one of the companies that we are expecting to release results in this earnings season. Perhaps after Nestle and Nigerian breweries numbers didn't really excites the market, at least for a consistent time. Your thoughts on what Unilever's results would do for this market?
As you rightly mentioned, there are some stocks which, as a portfolio manager, you cannot fail but have in your portfolio to balance your portfolio as a whole. That's why you talk about the Nestle's, the Dangote Cement, the Nigerian breweries. There are stocks you must have in your portfolio so you can have a balanced portfolio. And looking at those results, well, the earnings were impressive, yeah, but compared to the rally we've seen in the price, it's kind of below expectation. But the market, there's still interest in them. And Unilever is a stock that we've actually seen tremendous interest in Unilever. It's traded as high as 48 naira, it was at above 48 naira yesterday, and an expected dividend yield of about 3.4%. So we still see interest in Unilever, and we expect the results to come out positively, and this will further incite the demand in Unilever.